and you on Medicaid expansion. And I get that point, and I respect that point, that you have two people with philosophical divides. But then he went on to say some things that were confusing to me. For example, he said he talked about your interview with him wherein you agreed with Senator Hanger's proposal to remove Senate Marketplace Virginia plan from the budget, but at the same time introduce legislation that would allow for Medicaid to expand, allow for legislation, and debate it. You were quoted as saying that you support full debate on Senator Hanger's proposal, but will vote against it. So I didn't quite understand that, Mr. Speaker, how when we're talking about one's philosophical position, we can agree with the proposal that we should have a full debate on Medicaid expansion, but then vote against it. You also quoted as saying that you were concerned about the Senate paying tricks on the House. Your exact words were, the House has got to be very careful about any tricks the Senate, want to play. The public is getting sick and tired of this. I was wondering if the trick that you were referring to is similar to the trick that we heard throughout the last 3 months by the Republican leadership in this House. Just decouple Medicaid expansion from the debate, and we will have that full debate, which we don't have. But it was at the end of his column, Mr. Speaker, that I was most confused. You were quoted as discounting the concerns that rural hospitals have regarding their facing financial calamity. You were quoted as saying, quote, the hospital results I'm seeing around the state are still pretty strong. Well, Mr. Speaker, in an article that I recently read, it talked about the great weaknesses in the financial strength of our Western hospitals. I was wondering if you had some additional information that we weren't aware of. But most troubling was this. Mr. Speaker, you acknowledge that there are at least 40,000 people out of the 400,000 people that you say, quote, are truly needy people, and it is our job to help them. Assuming, arguendo, there's only 40,000 and not 400,000, my question, Mr. Speaker, is where is the proposal from the Republican leadership, or you as the titular head, to take care of what you say as in truly needy people? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.